here's a little teaser, just a little taste of a new version of the Doghouse and its early stages. Just a skeleton of the drums, bass, and a guitar. That's it. Let's see what it sounds like so far. Probably sounds terrible. All right, just messing around.
I can't stand intros.
Top 5 Cold Steel Hard Use Folders. Yeah, that sounds like a good title. All right. Top 5 Cold Steel. If I put Cold Steel in the title, it gets tons of views. Crazy. Anyway, of course, let's bring in the honorable mentions first. I don't really have a lot, but I think the first honorable mention has to be the Recon 1 Tonto. You're probably saying, well, that might be right in the top. Like, should be in the top 5. It's a trick question, and I'll get to it. You'll kind of see where I went with that. So that's a great honorable mention, is the Recon 1 Tonto. And I thought I'd put in the AD-15 as a honorable mention as well. I know some of you are thinking it should be in the top 5, but I've not tested it in the hard use category where everything else I did. This one I never did, so I can't vouch, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have enough information on this one yet of my own testing and stuff. But anyway, very cool knife. This one would fall into the fidget top 5, I'm thinking. I'll probably do a fidget. You know, ooh, that was a close call. You know, that fidget factor. Anyway, that's the AD-15. Okay, without further ado, top 5 Cold Steel Hard Use Folders. And of course, this is just my opinion. Coming in at number 5 is the Cold Steel AD-10. I know a lot of you would probably say this should be ranking higher. And the only reason, well, there's a couple of reasons why it isn't. This one's so smooth. It's so smooth. I've done a lot of work to this one. Anyway, let's get into why I don't think it should be ranking much higher in my little collection. It's got aluminum liners, and I can't vouch for the aluminum liners. They might be extremely fine, but they're not steel and they're not titanium. So the other one is that this is a hollow grind. I know they've changed it to a high flat recently, like the AD-15. So this is like one of the first versions with the hollow. It slices like the dickens, but a hollow, I'm not sure I would put it to hard use as much as the others. Very smooth, this one. I took it apart and kind of cleaned up the lock a little bit to get it to be as smooth as it is. And another thing I did was, if you look at these screws, you can see that the screws are all the same length. The aluminum is flat, but the contour of the G10 does this. If you take them off, you cannot get these two screws back in unless you bore down a little of that G10 and countersink them a little bit deeper, which I did. Then I could get a bite. That was a separate video. I long deleted that one. A lot of people didn't like the fact that I pointed out something that was a flaw. So, oh well. I just don't care. But anyway, that's a little hint between us, a little small channel here. Number 5 is the AD-10. I think I said 5 right at the beginning, but coming in at number 4 is the Recon 1. But the Recon, yeah, I know. This one's in the clip point. And you know I'm a sucker for a clip point. Love it. This one's got the flat, big high flat. And yeah, I have used this one, hard use, so I can speak for it. Again, another smooth, you know, you got to make them smooth. You gotta work with them. Coming in at number 3 is the Cold Steel. What? Oh, it's a Cold Steel Pocket Bushman. And I know for a fact that this is a real good hard user. Go back to the Pocket Bushman in the woods, and you'll see how much I like this knife. I just can't say enough about it. I know there's some haters out there on this one, but it's not me. It's in my favorite steel, BD1. I can't say enough about that knife. Pocket Bushman. Coming in at number 2, I hope I got it right. 5, 4, 3, and 2. Number 2 is the Cold Steel SR1. Again, very smooth. I did a little bit of work with the edge. My plan is to, I've said this for a while now, is I want to go convex in here and just get rid of these lines and just have this entire face polished with a convex in here. I haven't got to it yet. I've mentioned it a long time ago. I hope to get to it sometime soon. As it is right now, the S35 VN is screaming. And go to SR1 in the woods, and you'll see that this thing lives up to its claims. It's very hard use, very solid. Yeah, I got to tell you, it's a powerhouse. That's all I can say. And coming in at number 1, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise, is the Cold Steel 4 Max. Again, I've taken this out into the woods and thumped, and it's done nothing but ask for more. Cold Steel 4 Max, the 20 CV. This is the United States version, or the USA version. And that's one big blade. So, Cold Steel 4 Max. These are my top 5 Cold Steel hard use knives. Now I got to go back into the studio and work on that song. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, give her one of these or give her one of these. It's all the same to me.
Give her one of these or give her one of these. It's all the same to me. Give her one of these or give her one of these. It's all the same to me. Give her one of these or give her one of these. It's all the same to me. Give her one of these or give her one of these. It's all the same to me.